And this is from Europe. GgMaChine against Reynor in the bottom right here. Our red Zerg player. And in the top left, the blue one. Now, ZVZ, I don't think I've ever seen a ZVZ in this patch yet. So I'm very excited. At least not a high quality ZVZ here. Of course, GgMaChine, if you don't know this guy, like, who's this guy? Reynor, everybody knows him, right? He is the Wunderkind. The thing is, though, the Wunderkind has grown up, and the Wunder has disappeared a little bit. He is still one of the strongest players, no doubt about that. The issue, though, is it's been a while since they've actually taken a championship, a trophy. And that must sting at some level. He used to be the powerhouse. He is still a powerhouse, but he's not the powerhouse Reynor anymore. If it's like, yeah man, Reynor, is he washed, question mark? We don't know. He's still very, very formidable. Could take any tournament at any time. You kind of need to still throw him into the run as a champion, potential champion for any tournament he enters. Now GgMaChine on the other hand, fresh guy, Russian of origin as far as I know, 16 years old. Super, super new. He's basically born after Legacy of the Void release, if I'm correct on this. Maybe he was born before, but he was not born before Wings of Liberty. That's crazy to think about. He's playing a game that's older than him, and he's excelling at it. He has been able to qualify, I think 2 seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was season 4. He got dropped quite easily in the group stages, but the games itself were actually very high quality games, so I'm looking forward to this one. GgMaChine, if you can make it again into the RSL, would be kind of cool to see a new star potentially rising here in StarCraft 2. So long after the game starts, actually. So kind of crazy to see here. Also, yeah, looking forward to this ZVZ. Haven't seen much of ZVZ yet. But it seems to be a very, very mirrored opening, except for one more drone for GgMaChine and one set more links for Reynor. So he has 6 links here, he's gonna pressure the hatchery, but there's already the queen coming down. The 4 links with the queen should be enough here to defend this. Creep's gotta be there to help out the queen speed up and get actually some hits in. And yeah, it's kind of a wasted link there from Reynor. I'm not exactly sure on how the meta is looking here right now, but that one drone gamble did pay off perfectly fine here for GgMaChine so far. Speed is very, very similar, but it is a tiny bit faster here for GgMaChine. Like, maybe, I don't know. We can take a look at the numbers. We hit the 30 over here and oops. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, it's about 5 seconds. It doesn't really get a good scout into the main here, so he doesn't still know if there's a baning nest or not. It's been thrown down here at the entrance now. And the one for GgMaChine is back inside the main base, so he's hiding whatever he can from his opponent here. He's pushing out with the double queen here to chase out the overlord. And he will... will he actually run around with his links now? He's gonna park them under the overlord vision here. There's a link coming in from Reynor. Can he get some scouting into it? You kind of want to see that baneling nest. But yeah, if you see the 3rd base go down, that's also a pretty good tell. I mean, Reynor's actually making a ton of links right now. But yeah, kind of what you want to see here is you want to get the information on are they making drones or not. So if you see these link scouts, like this one for example right now, he's designed to get a check on what is being produced. And he sees, oh, shoot, it's links. He did skip drones, he made links. Let's wall up, I guess. Cancel the 3rd if necessary. This is where the baneling nest being back at home kind of stinks, right? Because you are potentially ripping yourself of 1 additional building here for the wall. 1 baneling, nah, Reynor's not gonna fall for that one. He's actually gonna take that one out here with a double ling. Quite nice snipe there on that baneling. If he can get in with a bane onto the drones, that would have been amazing here. There's still 1 baneling left. So far, Reynor's micro is looking superb here. He's gonna snipe the queen potentially, but wow, that was a great connection there actually for GgMaChine. Oh, that's a bunch of drones to go down. The evacuation was a tiny bit too slow there. Banelings coming in at the last. That connection made it actually playable for Reynor. 9 drones here. That's a bunch of drones. Look at that. The worker count has flipped now. And we are all in favor of Reynor. He's throwing down the roach warren. Of course, it's gonna be slow roaches here coming from GgMaChine. 9 roaches, okay, but they're gonna be slow. Can he actually make it across the map in time here before Reynor can leverage his position that he just was able here to get for himself? Now, one Baneling Connect sometimes is all you need to make the difference in a snowball. Ooh, okay, I think that one's gonna get sniped here. Pretty well done by Reynor, and he will not get on top of that one Baneling. Still at low HP. If he can get a connection even on the roach, it's gonna be fine. You really just don't want to have... Oh my god, he has so many links. Reynor has so many links. This is not looking good for GgMaChine. He's sacrificing single-filed roaches into a bunch of links here. That's a good Ravager morph, of course. And then he cancels it so he can make more roaches, actually, or more links or whatever, right? So he's gonna preserve the resources. He says, alright man, you didn't kill it. I did morph the egg quite early, so it still has about half HP. And can immediately fight as a roach again. And I can make something with the excess lava that I have now. More links do stream in here. Can Reynor get a good Baneling connection? Does he even need it? So far, the roaches are looking strong here. It still has one transfuse here on these queens. It's gonna throw that onto a roach. Of course, it means queens are now snipeable. Oh, that's a good connection on the Baneling here for a flanking Ling reinforce. Did not work out. And Reynor is even squeezing in drones. He's making a gas. He's like, oh, man, you are dead. Bro, you're dead. And then he sees the links come in, but that's all you need. One Bane to rule them all if it gets the connection. It doesn't. It still hits the roaches though, which is fine. And Reynor doesn't need to push at all. He can just sit at home. And he can just, like, macro up a little bit. And once he has a substantial army lead, it's not that difficult to get. He can scout with a few links. Then you can just push yourself, right? I mean, GgMaChine is still behind 10 drones. He's gonna go into a layer now, but is that gonna work out? We don't know. I'm afraid Reynor is gonna push before that timing actually can succeed. Oh, the links do turn around. A little bit of a wasted opportunity, but that also shows you the current weak state of GgMaChine. He does not want to lose any units at all right now. He only sent in one link actually to scout, and that's a shame because if that was two links, they could have tried to, you know, become some Banes and more of this. But as of is, he can just monitor the drones, but the Overlord is spotted, so it's gonna be killed off. And yeah, he tried to sneak in another link here, but that doesn't work. Now he scouts the layer at the natural. He knows what's going on here. +1 for both players is coming in. Of course, layer is gonna be faster for GgMaChine, so roach speed is gonna be a little bit faster there. Not by a mile though. And yeah. Game is calming down a little bit, but there's a push, and that's not gonna be stoppable here, I'm afraid. This is a 30 supply difference, which is only 10 of those are drones, so that's about 20 army supply difference. GgMaChine acknowledges the fact, says, alright ladies and gentlemen, let's make a Spire. So he wants to play muted defense and then potentially some harassment, map control, and force his opponent into high attack, commit to Hydras or anything. Fungals, whatever you want. So, let's see how this is gonna work out here for GgMaChine, if he can actually get to that point, because that's a lot of investment, which is not gonna be army units. Oh, Reynor's gonna see it even potentially. He does actually not see the Spire, so it's a little bit of a shame here. One Baneling gets sniped there. So far, GgMaChine only making roaches, but the roach count is hugely in favor of Reynor. It's 39 to 27. That's more than 10 more roaches here for a blue Zerg player. He's pushing a little bit before his actual speed is gonna finish, but that's about 10 seconds. He might just win the fight without speed. He already has +1 ready. He's gonna pull back a little bit. He's gonna murph a few Ravagers, it seems like. Maybe only one. Not exactly sure. Queens did kill a Ling over here. Overseer did get a good scout. It's gonna see the force. Oh, really? That's crazy. And now, as the upgrade finishes, Reynor's gonna shove in. The actual numbers are not gonna lie here. It's double the amount of roaches. And the mutas, they didn't hatch yet. He's just, I think he just got them out. It's only 3 as well. 3 mutas against 40 roaches, that does not work. The math doesn't pan out. The roaches are gonna kill everything before the mutas can kill them. Just because there's so many. GG is gonna be called here. Reynor does take the first... not the set, the first map in the set. And we'll go into a second map very shortly here. But first, make sure to hit the sub button. It's down there. Hit the like, hit the comments. Fight me, praise me, talk shit on me, I don't know. Choose yourself, just do it. Make it on YouTube, please. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna respond to most of the comments. Not all of them, but most. So make sure to hit that, and we will go on. The next map is gonna be at Eternity's Edge. Also, by the way, guys, not sure. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna save this for later. I need to finish this first so I can actually announce it, and yeah, gonna be very interesting in the close future, I hope. And we need to see if we can get that done at Eternity's Edge. Map number 2 here between these Zerg players. 1-0 for the reigning Reynor in the top left of Eternity's Edge. What? There it is. Okay, that took a long time. Here we go. Okay, I'm already at 9 drones. I'm so sorry. And then the bottom right we already have. Oh, not already have. We do have GgMaChine. Huh? He's sinking his drones. Did you see that? Look at that. I wonder who was having a cup of... what's that, like flowers? Down there. A while ago, right? Someone was having a good time over here. Maybe some Protoss guys. But not in this match. It's all about Zerg. They did invade the place and they made it their own. Now what are you gonna see here for builds? So far, it's very similar. Overlord into just more drones. But there we go. Fast pull for Stelline Balls. GgMaChine. That's a 16 pull, right? And a 16 gas. That's kind of the... a little bit like the speedling opening that used to be existing way back in team games. Kind of a page from that. Oh, he's gonna spray down some apple juice. So he's gonna make basically it's a speedling expand, quote unquote, right? You go in a pool, you go into your extractor, you make speed, and you throw down your hatchery. So you're gonna have very fast speedlings. And look at that, you're gonna have a very fast queen as well. He's gonna actually make lings before the queen, so he's gonna emphasize on the potential to do something across the map, you know, maximize that timing, and then he'll go into the queen afterwards. So, oh, he needed to extract a trick here because he didn't have the money for an overlord, and now comes the overlording. He's gonna have these 4 links go across the map here. Is this gonna scare Reynor at all? I'm not sure. 4 links don't really get that much done, but Reynor already has his own pool done. Not really that far behind, so I'm not sure how I like this choice here from GgMaChine. Doesn't seem like this might be the most efficient way of doing things. It seems like Reynor is so far out mining by about 100 minerals. That's quite a bit per minute. So yeah, like 3 minutes of that going on and you got your hatchery for free, right? Okay, so GgMaChine, after finishing up the overlord, is just gonna be a baling nest and links. I think he's gonna try to push out the overlord, but Reynor's already evacuating a little bit, so he made a gap. There's a gap here on the low ground. Of course, there's a couple more overlords, but he sees them right now with these links, so you should know. Basically, all of the overlords are inside that pathway. This one might be the only one that's a little bit troublesome. Of course, in addition to this guy in the north, but he's moving away. He's opening a path here right now for GgMaChine just to flood through. And he's doing nothing but making links right now. He even pulled one more out of gas, so he stacked a little bit of gas. He already has 4 Banes morphin across the map, and now he's 1 in gas. And let's see if these links are going to be seen here. Only now. And that's quite late. You could have seen him with this or with this. It's only like 2 seconds, but 2 seconds sometimes can make the difference between a wall up or not. Now 4 Banes coming in. It's going to get the first connection on the links here. I don't think Reynor has anything really to prevent this from killing him. It doesn't seem like there's much. There's a couple of queens on the ramp, of course. If you can't break those, you're gonna have a bad time. But I mean, he's already flooding through here. The banelings are still there. Not even if he gets a bunch of links. I mean, there's the Bane still. GgMaChine gets the W here and takes map number 2. So we do have a 1-for-1, an even score, an even game, an even playground. Both players looking to take the third one, to move on in this qualifier, to qualify for RSL Season 6. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Season 6 will have its grand finale on the stage of BlizzCon 2026. A lot of 6s in there, and yeah, couldn't be a better year for StarCraft to return to BlizzCon in an official, actual esports tournament. Unlike the invite-only classics match, of course, for this one, as is provided right now, you are able to qualify. So everybody has a chance to get down there and get that done. I know the RSL crew has actually put a lot of work in negotiating with Blizzard to make that happen at all. There was apparently a lot of work behind that, behind the scenes. So kudos to them for making that a reality. And that's gonna be amazing because, yeah, man, I mean, what better place to be, right? Of course, a little bit sad that this is kind of an announcement after the tickets sales are already over. I've seen a lot of people that were saying if they would have known, right, they would have bought tickets. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but sometimes you have to take what you can get. In the top left, we've got Reynor. In the bottom right, we've got GgMaChine. 1-1. One of those guys really wants to get a shot at going to BlizzCon. And honestly, in my honest, very humble opinion, I think Reynor has actually a good shot if he makes it in to go there. The issue though is, he might get taken out by something cheesy again. We don't know. GgMaChine. His execution looks to be very, very solid. His normal like game reads looks to be very strong as well. It doesn't look like he's an inferior player at all to Reynor as of yet. So the only thing basically in the first game that cost him the game was the 9 drones going down to the double Banes. Oh, look at that. There's the spray. So those 9 Banes, right? Sorry, 9 drones. If that would have been 9 Banes, that would have been amazing. But yeah, the 9 drones going down, Reynor droning behind that and taking the lead from that moment. And then GgMaChine trying to finish off the game with a counter push. Those kind of, that process into the last decision, it was just not the thing that could bring you back in that game. It was already kind of tipped a little bit too far in the favor of Reynor in that moment. So maybe you can say, oh, that's a bad call. Of course, you kind of are pretty done after such a big, well-executed attack. I mean, it really only at the very end, right? If he splits better, only loses 2 drones, he's gonna probably win the game. We don't know for sure, but he has a very good shot because he keeps the 3rd alive. He kept the queen alive even, so he has the production. I think he has a very good shot of winning that actually, if he does not lose those drones. There's literally that last painting connection. But yeah, then the call afterwards to just go for an all-in. I mean, it's not terrible. You can sometimes get a little bit lucky with them being a bit too greedy on the droning side. But Reynor doesn't strike me as the guy who is too greedy usually, at least not in the mid game. In the early game, yeah, for sure. And that's what we saw in the second game. So, what are you going to see on this one so far? So, I don't think GgMaChine has been looking worse than Reynor, honestly, in either early or mid game. It's just a little bit of, kind of, a little bit rock, paper, scissory in a way with the strategies and how they worked out and how they kind of matched up against each other. But I feel like Reynor could basically improve a little bit on his scouting. Just a tiny bit, like have the Overlord a little bit more in position, maybe get a Ling in earlier, you know? Something like those things. And of course GgMaChine also, honestly, he has been more of the proactive player here in this series, so I'm actually not that sure if his scouting is sufficient. Of course, if you are the more aggressive player, you will get a lot of scouting intel anyways, because you're gonna be more in your opponent's face. That means you're gonna be more around the bases. You'll be able to see the drone counts, you'll be able to see what is coming out of the X. So you get a lot of intel that way, and I feel like he's kind of living off that for now. But if he ever decides to go a little bit more defensive, we still have yet to see how well his scouting is performing in that kind of area. Both players going into baneling nests, but this time at the frontier for both of them. So I'm gonna say we're gonna see something defensive for those nests. The thing is, a faster base here for our red Zerg player, and Reynor's gonna throw it down now. So that's half a base up already. That's quite nice. Oh, GgMaChine. What did he skip here? Yeah, he has one less queen. So he skipped on the queens. And it's gonna... That's interesting. That's a very interesting concept, honestly. I haven't really thought about this one, but since the lava is actually producing faster now, you're gonna have a tough time to spend the lava anyways, right? I mean, Reynor has excess lava almost all the time. And GgMaChine doesn't seem to be behind in drones that much. It's only 2. Maybe a third one right now. But of course, yeah, he's behind that one queen. Now, it's a little bit riskier than if you go with more queens. That makes a lot of sense to me, right? Reynor did get sniped in the last game, so maybe you want to just play a little more solid. Getting those queens out earlier, of course, gives you more stability. But he sacrificed an advantage, which GgMaChine utilized for himself, is the third base is going to be a little bit later, and GgMaChine got a bit greedy with that. Said, alright man, gonna skip the second queen. I'm gonna use that 150 to boost the speed on my hatchery number 3. And we're gonna utilize the lava kind of buff in general. Of course that applies to both players, but I'm gonna say, alright, we use that and just, we don't need that second queen yet because we can't really do much with it anyways. It just doesn't scale as well as it would have before the patch, right? If you have 2 queens, it's 1 per hatchery, that's enough for injects already. Do you really need a tumor in ZVZ? I'm not sure. It provides you vision, yeah. I don't think you want that tumor that though. Like, if you can get the hatchery faster, yeah. I should take it. Okay, spy on the way here right now for Reynor, so he will go into lean more into the attack heavy side here of ZVZ. And on the other side, we do see already a bunch of roaches being produced, but not too many yet. I think he made about 10. That can be something more defensive. Oh, he's actually going to commit to more roaches here, and he's not going into a lair, so this could be a hatchery tech move out from GgMaChine here. Trying to hit Reynor. Okay, so Spire will be done, but not before this hits. He's going to move out now. And that's kind of the same timing that GgMaChine got hit with. It's not like that game was actually meant to be played there. Oh my god, we just missed a big baneling connection. Okay, so oh, they don't have it. That was 20 links from GgMaChine, so that's a lot. That's already his attack going a little bit south here. That was really good here for Reynor. So now he can even use his links to try and counterattack. He's gonna have the mutas probably on the way if he decides to make them. For now he's just making roaches. I don't want to blame him. I think if you can, if you want to throw in like 1 muta, he's gonna maybe snipe. Oh, snipe the queen, that would have been amazing. He's gonna pull back because he's realizing, oh shit, he actually has so many. And he's sniping the X here. Oh, that's an overlord. So funny. It's actually gonna get out. Oh, the overlords. Oh, he's splitting the overlords. You need to be careful now. You have them kind of all here sitting. They're sitting ducks right now. They can get sniped by these Ravagers, even though it's not that easy. You will eventually get those. Reynor overmade overlords a little bit, it feels like. I guess he was around that supply before the attack started, so he needed those. But now he could lose some, and it wouldn't be that terrible. Of course, if you focus all of your builds on the overlords, it's gonna be units that he cannot kill and stuff like that. So the attack does get defended, and we do see a transition here from GgMaChine. But some drones did go down. We do have 15 fallen drones in total here. And Reynor's actually going to evacuate this base because he's afraid that there's going to be more. He sees reinforcements streaming across the map. He's going to say, alright man, you can take it. And I think... I don't like this decision. He cancels the muta. Now the mutas come and reveal themselves as well. Reynor has a bigger roach count. You can't fool me. That's 4 roaches. Yeah, look at that. 25 roaches. What the F? He's like so afraid of these links right now. He's so afraid of these 4 roaches and 4 ravagers. And he even has the meters on top of that. Not sure if I like that decision to give up the hatchery there. He was expecting... That felt like a misread. He was expecting a little bit more of a flood coming in here. But now there's only the links come in here. He has so many roaches right now. He needs to do something with that. He needs to identify what's going on. It feels like the information, again, it's a little bit sloppy for Reynor. He's lacking the intel. That's all he needs. That's all. The read of the game, state of the game here. He needs to realize that this is happening. That his opponent actually droned quite heavily behind his attack. And is on a drone lead. Reynor was like, okay, I lost the drones, but I still have the hatchery. Now he pulled away the rest of the drones. He was like, okay, I probably still have a lead. No, you don't. And you don't have the hatchery. So every minute you're just sitting, you have the biggest army right now, but every minute you're sitting with that big army, you just gotta fall behind 1,000 resources. And those resources will be put into army again on the opponent's side. So every minute your opponent's army is gonna grow about 1,000 resources more than your own. And eventually, now, with that push come on, the supplies are even. I don't think, like, we even have more upgrades here coming in right now. Even Hydrogen. And the +1 missile finishing up for GgMaChine, so I think Reynor forgot roach speed, by the way. No, he has it. Okay, sorry. Why do they feel so slow? So he's got to push in now, and now it's like, why do you have so much? Well, because he made the drones while he was fighting. He's gonna come in with a Ling attack here. A nice bailing connection there, but not enough. Not enough. No, the queen is gonna... Whoa, survive! Whoa, that was some great saves here by Reynor. But his ground attack completely fell flat. And GgMaChine simply defended that one. The 5 meters was never a huge commitment to, but there was a lot of investment in form of the spire and the timing, especially when that came out. Now there's like 2 queens pushing those back. If you would have committed harder to the meters, I mean, we're gonna see the reinforcement hydra soon. But if you had more meters instead of the 30 roaches, like, I don't know, 15 meters, maybe he can snowball the game from there. Snipe these overlords or something. There's a big farm for you. Now Reynor is utilizing that map presence that he has. He's gonna throw down a 4th base before his opponent can do so. He's gonna come in now here with the Roach Ravager again, but that army is just growing for GgMaChine. As stupid as it sounds, but there's about 10 army supply tied up in these mutas. I just lost 1, so it's only 8, but that is a difference if we get to these high numbers. The links here hitting the base. Number 4 is only being used as a production facility right now. +2 for both players on the way. The actual roach count is a little bit in favor of GgMaChine. It's not huge, but he does have 6 Hydras in his army, and that's a really good composition. I think I really like the mix. Just enough to snipe the mutas. It's gonna be enough to boost the damage with that 1 additional range, or actually 2 above roaches, so it's pretty solid DPS boost here for the army. And he even has 1... Okay, so the Ravagers also have 6 range. There we go. Look at me, just confirming everything. But I just don't like the army from Reynor here. I feel like the army from GgMaChine is a little bit better. Roach Hydra has always outperformed Roach. Hydra Ravager has always outperformed Roach Ravager alone, if it comes to similar numbers. And that's such a big army here. Snipes that first hatchery. I mean, there's 1 more hatchery, so it's not that big of a deal. Reynor did get up to a similar drone counts, and he will be maybe able to deny this base here. I think there's gonna be a few... Oh, Hydras. No, it's drones. So that might be a deny. By 4 meters, that would be very, very important if you can get that done. But there's gonna be the Hydra, so needs to be careful. Gonna pull back, and the hatchery's gonna survive. Oh, he actually loses a couple of meters there to the Hydras. Big army here, fighting for both players. But I'm not sure if you can break our Reynor player here. The Concave is just looking a little bit too good here. Both players on the same upgrades. The Hydra's gotta be enough to kind of trim down these roaches. I feel like there's a lot of army missing right now. For GgMaChine, where is he having his units? I guess they're all in production. And he's actually the one going for the Carapace upgrade, which Reynor does not do. So that could be an issue. Reynor is getting into the base, but he's not sniping drones. He's fighting army units. He's running almost into bites. Okay, that was a good dodge. Yeah, doesn't really get anything done with this run by, unfortunately. All of the reinforcements do clean that up. 26 drones sitting here on this base. Isn't that a little bit much? Don't you think so? Yes, indeed we do. So both players kind of starting to run dry on their starting locations here. And they need to expand more outwards. Thus being more open, and thus being more attackable, counter-attackable, and stuff like that. So far though, the trading I feel like has been a little bit in favor of Reynor, but it's basically this Mutus giving a little bit of extra value for him. But what has he actually killed? I feel like shutting down 2 hatcheries and 19 drones is a little bit more important than killing 60 more links or 80 more links or something, right? At least in the grand scheme of things here. Now we do have a push in here again from GgMaChine, but I'm not sure if he can break this position here right now. He does have the Hydra still behind, always providing that DPS boost to the army. Man, he's aggressively trading in, and Reynor was sleeping there for a second. That may be all that he needed to do. GG's gonna be called. I can't believe it. Reynor had his army on hold position there for a moment. GgMaChine is gonna take the game. Just like that, he moves in again. He's like, oh, your units are sitting in a line and you have your, I don't know, your hand off the keyboard right now. Oh yeah. That's all you needed to do. That's all you needed to do. GG's called. Wow, can't believe it. Wow, I can't believe it.